Alrighty, so this video is going to pick up where the last one left off. I don't have these steps filled in yet for setting up RobotC. I'll do that once I finish this video. All right, so let's get to it. First you'll want to do is we will need to get that open, right? So it was on our desktop, and so let me go there, double click. And yeah, it's going to make you sign in. Again, I think you can just do your normal login, like you're logging in your MacBook. You don't need to do the @smsd.org on there. And yeah, if this is your first time doing this, it might take it a long time. It'll probably always take a little bit of time. But all right, I'm not sure if you're able to see this, but it is starting to open. It kind of went to a full screen kind of thing there. Okay, so now we're in it. All right. That is interesting. So it is acting like it's a PC. It says your PC needs to be restarted to finish setting up this device. Okay, well, I'm not exactly sure what to do about that, honestly, at this point, because this is kind of new for me. But we're going to maybe deal with that later. And I'm going to, right now, open up RobotC. All right, so double click. All right, so as far as setting up RobotC correctly, this window, as far as I know, it will always open, even if you click do not show this message again, even if you've downloaded the so-called updates. All right, so that's just something I've noticed over the years. So do what you want with that. But it's going to probably show you that window every time you open this for the rest of the year. Yeah, that's just kind of the way it goes. All right, so now we're in here. This is pretending like it's not connected to the internet, which is not my favorite, but hopefully we can still do what we need to. So first thing you'll want to do is open up Robot, okay? And we will want to change the platform type, okay? So that's the first thing. We're going to change it to VEX 2.0 Cortex. All right. Next, you will need to, let's just double check the other thing here. Natural language 2.0 is probably what you want. So you might select that as well once you've changed to 2.0 Cortex for the platform type. All right, we're good there. Advanced tools, don't need to do anything with those. Compiler target, you want physical robot. It should be automatically checked. If it's not, change it from virtual world to physical robot for this POE project. Cortex communication mode. Okay, for this to work correctly, you want to change this to USB only. All right, it's not going to work right if it's on VexNet or USB. All right, so change it to USB only. Okay, and at this point, you would actually have your thing plugged in. Okay, unlike what I have right now, and you'll want to do a couple other steps here. All right, so you're going to want to download firmware, and I would typically do this: manually update. And you're going to do both the master CPU standard file and the RobotC firmware standard file. Okay, so I'd start with this. Since I don't have it plugged in, I don't know what it's going to do right now. All right, yeah. But yours should not do that. Yours should actually update. It might take like up to a minute for the master CPU. Then you'll come back in, go to download firmware, manually update, and do the RobotC firmware standard file. Okay. That basically, the firmware is kind of like the let's see, how do I put it? The hardware for the software. All right, so it's kind of like the system within which the software runs on your Cortex. Okay, so that's what you're doing there. You're updating it. All right, and you need to update that. When you click this, it's updating the Cortex itself. Okay, what's going on inside there. Okay, after this, we are close. You'll just want to set up your test bed. Okay, so the way you'll do that, since I don't have anything plugged in, I don't think it's going to let me do that, but there should be a window around here called motor and sensor setup, and you will want to scroll around in that motor and sensor setup and find the POE test bed. Okay, and that's going to save you a lot of work if you do that each time. All right, from there you'll kind of write the programs as they tell them to you and set them up. But if you have problems, always just double check that these things are all correct, like I just showed you here. All right, and that Another thing you can do is try re-downloading firmware. That kind of cleans out whatever software, or like whatever program you've